Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Youth Life, the podcast where Nigerians share real stories, real struggles, and real gists about life during and after NYC. So, I'm your host, Promise, and today's episode is actually one I've been excited about since the beginning. Corper love or Corper lies. Because let's be honest, if you enter NYC camp and don't see at least 5 couples forming in the first 48 hours, are you really in camp? There's always that pair holding hands everywhere, that guy dropping breakfast as a full-time job, and of course the people pretending they came to camp strictly for nation building. We see all of you. Today I'm joined by my guests Godson once again. The guest I had on my first episode, and people actually enjoyed his energy, and I just had to bring him back for this particular episode because it's very, very important. And we are going to talk about everything, the cute moments, the hilarious ones, fake accents in camp, the heartbreaks, triangles, crews, and the lies that deserve national awards. So sit back, relax, and let's dive straight into the world of Corper love. So I'm very, very sorry for not recording, for not releasing some episodes this last week. I've been quite occupied with a couple of things. But yes, we are going to get right back into it. So Godson, how are you and how have you been this past couple of weeks?
I've been fine. Like I said, it's always a pleasure to be here at Youth Life Podcast. And past couple of weeks, I was being, let's say, interesting. I just finished my NYC. Yeah.
Adult.
So I just did my personal parade a few weeks back. And life after NYC has been fun. So.
All right. That's good. So let's get right into it. So start, as usual, we have different sections. So for the first section, we're just going to, breaking the ice, the first impressions and all that. So did you go into camp hoping to find love? Or are you strictly focused on your survival and, let's get this over with these 3 weeks and sharp?
Well, I would think there was more to do with focusing on going to camp and being through with camp. I was looking forward to the camp experience too. I won't lie. I was always looking forward to it. There's this old trendy thing. Even before going to camp, you always see this old trendy social media trend on NYC love and how NYC coppers, they always cry out when during the last day of camp when they are trying to split apart. There's always this whole trendy thing about NYC, this whole drama that happens, and I always used to see it, and I was also looking forward to it as well. I was like trying to see, what's this drama going to be about? So there was a lot of expectations going into camp due to expectations and impressions on social media, and also, but primarily I was more focused on trying to get away from, just get the hell out of this camp and just do away with it.
So okay, that's good. What was your first impression of the Corper love culture when you arrived? Getting to camp, you will see, from the first 48 hours, like I said earlier, you just start seeing people pairing up. Both people that just met in camp or people that came that like knew each other from outside camp, and many other things like that. So, what was your first impression of that Corper love culture?
Honestly, my first impression on the whole thing was like this. In my first impression, I won't really say first impression because I already had a previous impression from social media. But I will just say, when I got to camp, you will notice a lot of things happening in the camp, and there's a lot of takeaways you can get. But I didn't really have any sort of takeaway personally. What I will say is that one thing I did notice in camp was that a lot of guys would tend to pair up with girls quickly as possible. It was almost like a form of people were in an urgency, like in a rush to get the girls. So it was, I don't know, it's not noticeable, but I think subconsciously you can notice it. You get, because there are always guys pairing up on the first day. Like, how do you just pair up with this girl? you just got to come this particular day. You guys are talking like you've seen each other for like years. You get. So I think it's more of like an urgency. There's a lot of rush, to get girls and all of that. Most people have come to NYC for different reasons. I didn't come there to find love, but then I think a lot of guys, a lot of girls also came there for one or two personal reasons. So
yeah, that's true. So did you notice lovebirds in camp immediately? I mean, what stood out to you?
Yes, I did notice lovebird. Like I said before, there's this urgency for some people to pair up quickly.
Yeah.
I think, especially some guys, they will just gum themselves to a particular girl. They almost have this sort of commensalism relationship. I don't know if you understand what commensalism relationship is. It's like one person gains and the other person is hardly affected. Yeah. You get. So it's a form of relationship between them. I don't know if most of you are our animal biologists in the audience here, but this relationship between a camel and this bird, this equid bird that eats dirt off the camel's back. Yeah, that's how some relationships are in camp. You just see them. The guy will just pair. This guy will just pair up with the girl. You get. The guy will just pair up with the girl, and the girl will just be benefiting everything from the guy, and the guy won't really care, won't really send, all that. It's almost like the guy is trying to impress. Yeah. So it's almost like guys are always trying to impress on girls, and that's the first impression I see.
Well, let's get right to the next section. I mean, now we are going to talk about your own story. Did you get approached by anyone on your first few days?
Well, I
won't put you
for spotlight now. Very good. I did get approached, but the thing about me is that I'm very oblivious to most of these things. If I get approached there, I won't really know if she was trying to raise me up or not. That's the thing. She might just, girls, and most girls don't really have that courage to ask a guy out.
Yeah.
Most girls don't have courage to approach a guy. You get. And if they want to approach a guy, they always come from a very weird angle. Yeah. They are not straightforward. Guys are very straightforward when
very
approaching.
Vague angle. Yes.
They come from a very vague, weird angle. They're trying to you won't really get what they're saying. So I think I got a lot of approaches like that, but I wasn't really. In the back of my head, I was like, maybe she wasn't really interested in me. She's not interested in me. Maybe she's just trying to get information. I think most people approached me purely on the basis of information, but they collected my number either way. But I was like, okay, maybe it's probably because of information. So
further information.
So I wouldn't really judge that they are approaching me because of a romantic relationship. So
okay, okay. Did you like someone in camp, even if it was secretly?
Yes, I did. Yeah, see, when you go to camping, there's a lot of attractive women. I won't lie. A lot of girls, they are attractive, but there are some that this stood out for me. I mean, one in particular, this stood out for me. So I approach her, obviously.
Sharp guy.
Yes, no.
Was there someone who liked you, but you were not feeling them at all?
I wouldn't know if there was someone that liked me and I wasn't feeling them at all. I wouldn't really know. I had a lot of female friends there, so I don't know if someone secretly liked me. I can't really tell.
Yeah, more than the whole friendship.
Exactly. I can't really know.
Well, okay, that's fair. Did you ever give someone false hope unintentionally?
Hey, I beg. I'm not sure. False hope, okay. See, my personality is that I'm very free, easygoing people, yes. So, the way I talk to girls always assume I'm flirting with them on the basis of a relationship. I might just talk to them casually. The way I would talk to a guy, I'll be very free with you. I might even throw in a compliment here or two, but then I might not have it at the back of my mind that I want to do something special with you.
Yeah.
So maybe not. I can't really say. It's more of like I'm trying to project into their own psychology. They might really have the intention. They might actually feel like maybe I'm interested in them.
Yeah.
But me, on my own angle, I don't think I had that intention of making anybody feel like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So
so.
let's go. Let's leave you. Let's leave you alone. Let's go to
I beg.
let's go to the next section. So inside camp relationship.
Yeah.
Do you think people genuinely fall in love in camp, or it's just vibes, hormones, and
hormones? See, nobody falls in love on 21 days. There's no you cannot use 21 days.
Love at first sight. Love at first sight.
No, that doesn't exist. There's no love. There's such as love at first sight. See, it's just vibes and hormones. Everybody is just out there. People just want to have a good time. Most people there, they have boyfriends and girlfriends that are outside of camp.
Yeah.
So, but they're still coming there with the intention of just vibes, to have that relationship. They want to pair with someone. And the reason why I think a lot of women, I think most of these things has to do with a lot of competition. See, it's mostly about competition. There's this, most people won't admit it, but especially with women, there's this idea that everybody are having a boyfriend in camp, NYSC camp boyfriend. You get, and now they want to experience that same NYSC camp boyfriend that other girls are experiencing. They don't want to feel left out.
Yeah.
Get, you don't want to feel left out. Even the guys, they're all in it. But some guys don't really care. Some guys actually, they don't really care about camp life, camp love. Some girls do too. But I think if you try to do what do you call it, like a population distribution, you see that 60%, let's say 60% and 40%, most girls will really tend to the position of wanting to be part of the the group, wanting to belong and not to feel left out. You get, even the guys too. Yes, most guys actually are very influenced in that same way. I think that's one of the major contributors. I'm not saying that's the only factor, but I think it was major contributing factor. There also hormones and vibes. Everybody is sky. You see, one thing about camping, everybody is wearing white and white. Sure,
Yeah.
See, there's a difference between when you see a girl in camp and when you see her outside of camp. Let me tell you. See, everybody in camp, we are wearing white and white. It's almost like we're starting from zero.
Yeah.
You don't know where I am. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know who I am.
You don't necessarily care.
You don't necessarily care. Another thing is that we are all in the same place. We are all in the same playing field. If you are a girl and then you met this guy in camp, he wears white and white, he's tall, he's fine, he's handsome, you fall very, you become more attracted to him. Rather than if you see him outside and then he wears a particular set of dressing, and maybe he doesn't know how to dress well outside in camp, or maybe he doesn't even have a car outside, especially girls who are more particular to those type of stuff. But you see, in camp, it's like everybody starts from zero. Everybody's wearing the same thing, so you don't really know who is who. You don't really know where each other comes from. I think that is the whole source of the attraction you get.
So
it's much more easier that way.
Well, that's fair. That's so. The next question is what do you think makes camp love so intense? Even though it's short. So I mean, what do you think makes it intense? Is it the hormones? The libido, testosterone, and just the vibes? Or what do you think makes it intense? It's usually very, very intense, honestly. And it's and the way how intense it is, you notice that it dies off very, very fast after camp. I mean, for people that have gone to camp, you notice that after a few days of camp, that person that you cannot do without seeing every blessed morning during parade or every evening before you go to Mami or stuff like that, or when you want to go for social nights, you just find out that you don't feel that way anymore after you just leave the four walls of that camp. So what do you think makes it so intense in that way?
What makes camp love so intense? I wouldn't say it's intense. I don't know. Is it really that intense?
Yeah, it's usually kind of intense,
Well, I would say partly if it's intense, maybe I agree in some parts that it might be intense on some people, but I think it's intense. Like I mentioned, the urgency of wanting to belong.
Okay.
I think that could be a
Contribute,
contributing
major
factor to
contributing
the
factor, yeah.
intensity of it,
Yes.
and also the fact that we are in a secluded place where we are kind of restricted,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of rules, right? Rules that says you don't stay outside there's a curfew. You don't stay outside at a particular time. There are also rules that that limits sexual activity.
Yeah.
You get, when there's a limitation of sexual activity, there's always an increased intensity of that urgency. When there's a limitation of sexual activity, there's always an urge to do that sexual activity.
Yeah.
You get. You understand?
Exactly.
It's why when most married men, if you go and listen to the psychology of this, married men, married women, they have more pleasure cheating outside. There's this found pleasure that happens when you cheat on your partner outside, because there's this it's more restricted. You get, it's like a taboo. There's this pleasure that comes with doing things that are taboos. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah.
And most people might not admit it, but it's true. So I think that could also be a contributing factor to the intensity of it, because we are in a restricted environment that limits sexual activity, and so everybody is trying to do that despite the restriction. So it's very intense.
Well, that's a very, very, very good, straightforward, very straightforward answer. So, what type of couples did you see the most? Serious, clingy, dramatic, or just funny?
The whole spectrum, sha. You see a lot of them, dramas everywhere. Clingy ones, clingy girlfriends, clingy
What that
boyfriends.
won't propose?
Very good.
Propose their undying love.
They will propose too now. Propose to married women. Some couples there are married, though. Married girls. You go and propose to a married woman. They now find out that she's actually married outside. So there's a whole spectrum of couples there during camp, and I would say no one particularly stood out for me, but then you see a whole lot.
So, like, did you observe any love triangle, love triangle gist or premium breakfast moments, because, breakfast was flowing left and right in camp.
Love triangle
gists, or just premium breakfast moments. Did you witness any of them or observe any?
I did witness, but I forgot it. I know that during camp was a long time ago. So camp was like a long time ago, so I don't really know. But one thing that actually stood out for me, was there was this one. I don't want to mention names, so I'm going to keep it anonymous. There was this one that I witnessed about another particular platoon, where they were passing out one particular girl around. She was just like moving from one guy to another. All those discussions, you always hear them. So I don't want to really mention one particular name. So, but then I'm just trying to give you an example that these things happen. Yeah. So
okay, so any couple that shocked you, like, how did these two even meet?
Any couple
that shocked you? Did you witness any couple that shocked you in camp? Like, you now start asking yourself, how did these two people even meet?
Was it like they were married before, or they just met?
No, like they just met in camp. They might have been married before camp. Any just like a couple, sha.
Yeah, the only one that will shock me, no couple shocks me. The only one that will shock me is if I want to approach a girl and I found out that she's actually dating somebody. Yeah.
The other one don't concern you.
The other one don't concern me. Other people, maybe they do their own business. You can have your relationship, see how fun in camp, go to camp. Have your girlfriend, have your boyfriend, do your whole love triangle P. But the only one that will concern me is if maybe I'm interested in a girl and then I find out that okay, she now has a boyfriend in camp. See, it might not even bother me like that much,
Yeah.
but it might just make make me put in a little effort. You see.
Okay. We are going to go for a short break, and I mean, when we get back, we'll go into some other sections. Heartbreaks, drama, fun memories, and advice for other upcoming core members, and reflection. On past experiences and all that. So don't forget, this is Youth Life, where we share experiences of youths, just trying to figure out their lives, their whole experiences, and help other people too. So I'll be right back in a short while. So welcome right back to Youth Life, the podcast where we share youth's experiences and just youths trying to figure out their lives. So we are going to get right back into it, to not waste much of your time, rather. So the next section we are going to be talking about is heartbreaks, drama, and lies in camp. So, Godson, did you witness any Corper lies, people pretending, forming accents, or hiding their real life?
Like I said before, during NYSC camp, everybody is starting from square zero. I'm not saying starting from square zero in sense of starting life from scratch. Everybody is wearing the same white and white.
Yeah.
It's different from the real world, where you just go outside and you see everybody's dressing differently. And then because people are dressing differently, you can easily have a mental projection of the person's personality. I can tell a lot about the person's personality from their dress.
Yeah.
I can tell a lot about the person's financial status from their dress. I can tell a lot about, you might not be accurate, but you might just have a piece of information. Exactly. You might just have a piece of information. But now everybody is almost white and white.
Yeah.
So definitely people can lie. People will lie. They will lie to your face. I am rich. I have money. Fake accents. This girl will come. She will say that she just traveled to the UK 2 weeks ago, and then she's back for camp and this and that. See, there's a lot you will see.
So did you see someone who fell in love too fast and got heartbroken?
Fell in love too fast and got heartbroken. Oh God. Which Mumu be that? I mean.
Mumu love.
You go camp, fall in love too fast. Okay. Yes, now there will definitely be people like that, definitely. But me personally, I didn't see, because I will just laugh.
They will never allow you to know.
Oh God. Although there are some girls who I found out in my platoon, they got over a squabble. 2 girls were fighting over one guy. You get. So I think the guy was giving the other girl attention more than her, and then she decided to snap at the guy during our when we're doing this what's it called? This is our parade. So she decided to snap at the guy during the parade, and we later found out due to them say. You get. So
for me, my own camp, there was a particular guy. There was a particular guy that I used to make fun of in our room then. That guy, there is a particular guy that I used to go out with. He walks around with the girl and all that. So, but this guy has a type of funny personality, and we just make jest of the guy every night, and he gets very, very angry. And the angrier he gets, the better the fun of teasing him and all that. So, but he did not necessarily fall into that, pit of heartbreak or something like that. But it was just fun making jest of that guy every day.
Oh, I just mentioned that story. I just remember me of one. There's this one guy in my room. I won't call his name. He always follows this girl every single place. There's no way you won't see him and this girl. There's no particular place you won't see them, whether they're doing side lessons or side class, whether they're going to Mami Market. This guy will spend a lot of money on this girl. All the food that this girl ate, I would say maybe 90% of the food she ate was bought by this guy in Mami Market. And this guy will not buy food for himself. He will be eating the food, the food in NYC kitchen.
Happy Mumu. Your love make me happy.
Why is what this guy? We always making jest of him as well. So, as a guy, please have sense. Have sense. Most of these girls, they want to use you to go to Mami Market.
So, were you ever caught in any messy love gist or misunderstanding?
Not really, sir. I'm not sure. I wasn't really caught in any messy love gist. Although there was this particular girl that I liked. I told you about that. There was one particular one that I really stand through that for me. She was very fine. She was very attractive, and I was not the only guy who was interested in her. There were other guys coming after her. So I think maybe because they always see me and her together, there is this focal points of attention on both of us, especially me too. Sometimes when I just enter my room, they'll just be like, they go just hear me say, hey, I see you with that bunny, blah blah blah. So it's a normal teacher. So
yeah, okay. Do you believe some people use camp relationship to pass time or get benefits? I mean, apart from the obvious, you know there's some obvious. The girls that want to, and the guys that have plans after.
Both of them, na collabo. Both benefits after camp, yes.
During camp or
pastime, all of them do.
Okay. What's the most dramatic? Did you witness any dramatic love saga in camp?
Dramatic love saga. There was one there's this one I wanted to even say. That happened. It's not in my platoon, but it happened during camp as a whole. Even our state coordinator had to settle the matter in our assembly ground. This particular guy has been interested in this girl for a very long time. He's been interested in this girl for a very long time.
Before camp?
Not in camp, during camp. Throughout camp, this guy has been disturbing this girl. This girl says she's not interested. She doesn't want. So I think something that happened where the guy was playing football. They were having a match, and the guy was playing football. And since when they substituted the guy outside of the football match, so when you're playing football, you'll be very sweaty and all of that. Yeah. So he was sweaty, and then the girl was like, "Please don't stay close to me with your stinking body." I think she just remarked him derogatively. Yeah. And then the guy now responded, "What about you? You are an ashawo." Called that ashawo word, I think. Then the guy now used his her filling bottle or a water bottle to hit the guy's head. Hit the guy's head and then dragged his shirt and tore it.
Hey, God, oh.
Humiliated him. So that whole saga, they now brought the court in front of the assembly ground. State coordinator, everybody, both the girl and the boy were there. They now settled the case in front of everybody. I think that was one. It's not a love saga, but it was.
It's a saga.
It's a saga. So people were they were not trying to split the camp into two sides. The side that favors the girl, the side that favors the guy. Yeah. Okay, so they are saying that we should be the judges of the case. Yes, maybe people went with the guy's side of the story because why would you hit him with you have any rights to to be physical with someone when the person wasn't physical with you. So.
What was the boldest thing you saw someone do for love?
There's nothing good past say you spend all your money for woman for marry.
Can they go kitchen chop?
Now bold movie that. That guy bold.
Very bold. Okay, moments that made you go, this is madness, but okay, this guy too have it.
Yes, now. All of them join.
Any scandal stories that shook your platoon or none?
Nah, my own platoon, personally, no, not really. Our platoon were very peaceful, we're coded people,
Okay, that's good. So let's now give some advice or reflect, or let's advise other people. So do you think camp love can last after NYC? Why or why not?
Well, it depends. It depends on the two individuals who are in love or who are in the relationship. Depends on how they work it out themselves, how honest they are. Relationships, the only reason why a relationship will last even after NYC camp is due to honesty. And also willingness on both sides, and also maybe even if the intention originally was in pure intention, let's say it was not a pure intention, most people get into camp for the wrong reason, relationship for the wrong reasons, but they end up staying for the right reasons. You see, so it depends on the individual. So I would say, whatever you do, if you want to be in a relationship, you just have to be honest with the person. Be honest. If you just want to sleep with them, be honest. If you want a long-term relationship, be honest. If you are interested in the person as friends, be honest. If you want friends with benefits, be honest. Just say the truth, and you might get what you want. You might not get what. If you don't get what you want, fine. If you get what you want, fine. Simple.
Your life goes on without it.
Abi.
Okay. That's a very, very good advice for. It applies not only in camp, please. It also applies any other place. Yeah. Don't just get yourself in, situations that are sticky. So if you had a friend going to camp today, what love advice would you give them?
I think I just said it. So more of being honest, that would be the love advice. And also be very careful.
Keep your head on your shoulders.
Be very careful, especially with who people say they are. Most people are not who they portray themselves out to be. Most people are there just to have fun, and then they might play a particular character. People who play out a character that they're not really who they are.
They will use a particular mask.
You cannot really know somebody for 21 days, straight up 21 days. You're not even living with the person per se. You're just seeing a person with a short time frame in particular days. It's not like you're going to spend the whole day with that person. You're spending a limited time with that particular person. So the person can play all sorts of characters just so you can be attracted to that character. But that character is not who the person really is. So you have to be very careful with who you meet.
So basically, just keep your head on your neck. Keep your head on your shoulders and trust your instincts, and it also helps. So looking back, do you regret anything about how you handled relationships in camp? Do you have any regrets?
I have any regrets?
Ayana, think fast.
Not that I know of, Sha. I don't really know. I don't think I had any regrets. If I did had one regret, it would be we are not reaching out to certain people. There were certain people I made friends with, but I didn't really get their number. You get? So I didn't really get their contact. I was just too busy having fun. The kind of person I am is that I'm mostly in the moment person. I'm always very present. So I'm always very present with you. So I even forget how the future was going to be. Like, okay, will I really see you after camp? Will I not see you after camp? And also, any regret I will have is not during camp, is after camp. How I treated the relationship after we left camp. So that will be the regret I will have.
Okay, so that's very, very true. The way you handle relationships in camp, you might not really necessarily notice it, but when you're not done with camp, you now start having flashbacks on certain moments and start thinking of if you could have done certain things better and things like that. So, well, just try as much as possible to be intentional and pay more attention to detail. Try. I mean, just for 3 weeks, but try to pay more attention to certain details whilst you're having fun, and it helps. It helps a lot. So let's go straight to the quick fire round. I mean, that's usually our last section. So, love or friendship in camp?
Friendship.
Okay, Mami market dates or parade ground flirting?
I'll be back at dates.
Sharp. Okay, serious relationship or cruise?
Good. They go on catch my neck with this one. Huh? You want to expose me?
Fraud.
I don't give people advice. You want to expose me? Well, I lie. For 21 days, have fun.
Okay. Cruise, Abby.
Cruise.
Okay.
But after,
it depends.
See, let me tell you. I'll just say one thing. Open your heart to possibilities of a serious relationship.
Okay. Sweet boy or girl Corper or gentle ones?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Sweet boy
girl. Sweet boy or sweet girl Corpers or gentle ones?
Okay. Gentle ones now.
Gentle ones.
I got a peace of mind.
Corper Sean or Corper hug?
Corper hug now.
Let's see this Corper Sean. Okay. All right, guys. Don't forget, this is Youth Life, where we share our experiences, and as youths, especially in camp. So this conversation was amazing. I mean, from the cruise to the chaos, Corper Love is truly, its own unique episode of camp life. So thank you so much, Godson, for sharing your stories and giving us plenty to laugh and think about.
Namaste.
Namaste. So to everyone listening, whether you found love in camp, avoided it completely, or still don't know what happened to that person who just collected your number during parade, just know you are not alone. I mean, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a comment about your funniest or wildest NYC love memory. And who knows, we might just talk about it in our next episode, or even during a live podcast or something. So you get so join us next week, where we'll talk about something every Corper has an opinion on. Village PPA versus city PPA. I'm sure you don't want to miss it, because some of you have certain things in mind, certain reservations about whether to camp in Lagos or whether to camp in a village, or how you're going to cope even with the whole insecurity and all that. So don't forget, this is Youth Life, and remember, your story matters, your voice matters, and your journey is valid. So see you next week, and have a lovely weekend.